welcome along to the Project Cars 2 Virtual Racing League, where today you join us for round 6, I believe it is, at Watkins, Glen, of the Vgta Championship. Race format is on screen there, 5-minute qualifying followed by a 10-minute race, and championship standings are Alex CDL by a 1 point advantage at the top of the board ahead of Scuderia Sam. Chris Doherty only a few seconds back there, so it's all to play for here as we reach halfway through this championship. Watkins again, and it's P1 for Roger the Dodger, his second pole position in a row ahead of Alex CDL. Chris Doherty in third in the Jag there, ahead of Scuderia Sam in fourth position. Then next up we've got Luke McGee in the green Jag, and alongside Free Gazelle, who mugged him off right at the end of the last race, so he'll be hoping he didn't do that again today. Twingo-tastic in the sole Porsche here, and Stalker Brown is not here, and D-Man isn't here either. But anyway, off they go, Chevrolet versus Mustang. Down the hill they go into turn 1 at Watkins. There's a steep downhill descent before they head straight back up the hill again. We'll have to see who gets a good exit. Looks like Alex CDL's looking for a better line through here and get a good exit. He's going to be in the slipstream now of that Chevrolet as they head up the hill. Scuderia Sam is already a second back there in third, but he's got Chris Doherty, it looks like, into turn 1. Now Chris Doherty in the powerful Jag, the battle of the V12s, and up ahead we've got battle of the V8s. So let's see who gets to the top of the hill first. It looks like Chris Doherty's just going to absolutely breeze past Scuderia Sam. Is he going to even fight it? Oh no, interestingly, he doesn't breeze past him. That's quite surprising actually. I don't know if Chris Doherty bailed out of that one slightly on the first lap with slightly cold tyres and heavy fuel load. Looks like another Jaguar is off in the background but comes back on the circuit cleanly. I think that was Luke McGee in the green Jag. He's just behind Free Gazelle, so Free Gazelle has mugged him off again. He's got fifth now, ahead of Luke McGee. Twingo-tastic is still in the background there in the Beetle, waiting to pick off any scraps, but it looks like so far they've all kept it quite clean on this tricky old school circuit. The barriers are very close, the curbs are very high, and these cars are very difficult to drive, so who knows what's going to happen. Oh look, that Roger the Dodger just scraping the wall there. Well, it's more than a scrape, wasn't it? And he's lost all his momentum now. This is going to give Alex CDL an early chance of getting the lead, but he decides not to go down the inside. That's an interesting choice. Perhaps he's trying to line his way up to get a good exit. He has got an excellent exit as Roger the Dodger runs wide now, but Roger will have the slipstream as they head up the hill, and it's going to be really interesting to see who's going to get to the top of the hill first. And Chris Doherty is still swarming around in the wing mirrors of Scuderia Sam too, so exciting opening lap here at Watkins Glen.
Yeah, it certainly was. Chris on the first lap just thought better of it, but it looks like he's going to go for it here. But as you say, cold tyres and heavy fuel load, you want to make sure he gets that Jag stopped. And that's what can go wrong if he doesn't. Gets a bit squirrely there, but just hills ahead there. But Sam will be wanting to make the most of it now that he's out of shape coming through there, and that's the dangers of the Jag can just kind of snap on you there. So it's done well to hold it there as we look at Roger and Alex fighting out for lead here. It's side by side, but Roger's got the better of him there as he comes through, and both carrying a lot of speed there as you see Chris as well. So they're all really pushing for it early on in this race.
Yeah, it's basically an American round, so it's an all-American battle up front with the Chevy and the Fords, and Alex looking down the inside. Will he actually make it stick? Oh, lunges straight down the inside. Does he go wide? Yeah, it goes a bit wide. Tail sticks out as well, and that's allowed Roger the advantage going back up the inside, but it definitely seems to be a bit of a slipstream battle up this hill as we see Scuderia Sam in the background attacking that Jaguar, trying to get right on it before the long straight, and that Jaguar walks away. But excellent battles all over the field so far.
Yeah, coming up that hill there is quite tricky too. I think some cars will be flat through there quite possibly, and other cars will definitely have to lift. Especially early on in the race, so be interested to see who's going to take advantage of that. But like you say, an all-American battle, and Free Gazelle as well. Here he is in the Chevy, the other American car. He's going well too. He's got Scuderia Sam and Chris Doherty just up ahead in his sights, so he's really piling on the pressure here and trying to force the Ferrari man into a mistake as they head up now through the last couple of corners. Not using the full layout here at Watkins Glen, of course, the shorter layout, so they turn right after the fast chicane at the top of the hill rather than left. But nonetheless still an excellent circuit, and Alex CDL does seem to like to drift that Mustang around, doesn't he? It always looks like it's on the verge of crashing, that thing.
Yeah, definitely, that seems to be the Mustang way. Lots of power, but not quite the control to go with it, whereas the Camaro seems to have been a bit more controlled through these corners, and that's given Roger just a slight advantage as he's able to maintain the line, and Alex goes slightly wide there. But great battle between these two as Alex looks like he's flying up in another slipstream as we see Frigizel as well make the most of that draft to try and reel Sam in. So it's a good battle there as well. As you look at Alex just lining up another move here, just getting side by side. It's going to be close, but Roger's got the inside there and just makes it count as Alex is just getting a wee bit out of shape there behind them.
Yeah, really well defended by Roger. There's no opening for Alex to really try and put the Mustang in, but it seems to be where the Mustang is strong compared to the other cars, and especially that Chevrolet, but it just seems to be able to close up and doesn't seem to be any track limits, so they're welcome to go wide, probably not too wide because that might affect them. It's really using the curves here, but that seems to have actually slowed him down through that corner and allowed Roger to just get away a bit and open a half-second lead over Alex. And I have to wonder, with Chris in third place now, he's broken away from Scuderia Sam, so will he catch up to these guys up front and put some pressure on?
Yeah, I was just thinking that actually. I mean, Alex certainly looks like he's taking liberties with some of these curves here in his bid to try and keep the pressure on Roger up front. But yeah, Chris Doherty seems to be having just going quietly about his way there in third place, and he'll keep a watching brief on these guys. He's only just over a second behind these two, so if these two start losing time, they'll definitely bring Chris into play because he's got the pace of these two guys from the looks of it. I mean, Muscularisa hasn't got the pace. You can see now the Mustang really getting alongside here. It's really tricky to overtake into this corner, to go to abreast as well. And look, Chris Doherty is really in the wing mirrors now. He was going slightly on the grass there, taking some rallycross lessons, but Alex Adiel, I think he was really fast into that chicane, and it looks like he's unfortunately lost a bit of time on the exit on the curve again. Looks a bit scruffy this lap from Alex Adiel, and this has really brought Chris Doherty into play here, and you can see all the cars there in the same straight. So as we're just over halfway through this race now, it's still anyone's game, anyone's win really, isn't it? It's really all to play for.
Yeah, it sure is. It's really tight. We've got the sort of top six in the field covered by about 6 seconds, so it's really tight there. One thing noticed from the onboards there with Alex is just how much he's working the tyres. He's screaming for mercy every lap, and he's really working them. And that's what can happen when you're just pushing it too much. It's gone a bit wide there, but yeah, his tyres he's working really hard, and they'll be red hot just now. But that's giving Chris the opportunity to slot himself into second there, to see if he can make any inroads into Roger. But yeah, Roger's certainly been tough act to follow today. Was look at Scuderia Sam just kind of staying in touch, but it looks more like kind of in between Free Gazelle and the top three there. He's kind of in a bit of a no man's land, and it's Alex again just trying to get back on top of this Jag, having given it the opportunity earlier on.
Yeah, you can really see they're all really pushing hard, but it just shows that when Chris gets a nice clean race compared to some of those other ones like Knock Hill, he can be really on it, and even though he's gone wide there, he can push for the race wins like he did at round 1.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Chris Doherty races in real life, of course, as well, over in Ireland, so he certainly knows his way around a racetrack. And unfortunately, I can't take to his livery though, that number 44 on the car. I mean, what's that about? Come on, Chris.
Yeah, not your favourite, is
it?
The
first corner, you can see they're slightly abusing track limits there, but I think everyone's doing that, and they're not really taking the mickey, are they? So tend to just in the lead just kind of let that go, and as long as nobody's taking the mickey, everything's good, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. You want to let them race, and some spectacular moves by Chris and Alex today. So yeah, you want to see the cars pushing to the limit, getting every last bit of performance out of them, and see. And Chris is just overstretched there, but he's it's giving Sam the opportunity. Sam just gets ahead of him there, just pushing a bit too hard. But that's what you want to see. You want to see the cars on the limits, get the drivers try to get the most out of it, and that's just Chris just pushed that bit too far there. But still in fourth, and he's still got a chance there because he's definitely had a speed advantage over Sam today. So see if you can reel him back in with the remaining laps.
Yeah, that was really unlucky because it looked like he was slowly catching up to Roger, but there's not many laps left now. But that's allowed Sam to re-overtake, and it does seem to that Ferrari's got into the groove now and put some good laps in. A bit slower on that one though, but he's certainly up there with his times, as we see, hitting that first curve. That curve is massive when you're actually in the car. You don't really want to hit it usually, but it seems to be working for some of the drivers. And then this huge uphill section, it's quite daunting as it's a complete crest. You can't see where the corner turns, so you've got to be really brave on that one. We see the Jag now on the back of this Ferrari. Will he just go past it? Oh, Sam defended really early. That's putting the Jag on the outside. Will he go for it? Yeah, he's already ahead. Will he get stopped? Just about. Does he make the corner? Oh, he's very sideways. That's massive commitment from Chris. This allows Sam around the outside. He's having a look. A little bit of throttle. He's currently ahead. Side by side through this long sweeping right hand corner. Chris forces the Ferrari really wide. Gets a bit of a wobble on. Has he saved it? No, he's into the bar. He's spun around. Oh, just been avoided by Vgta and Loopy. That's really unlucky for Chris there.
Yeah, so unlucky for Chris there. Just pushing again too hard. He had the chance to get Sam again, but he's just lost it all there, unfortunately, and it's allowed Sam to get on the podium, and Vgta coming in for well-deserved fourth, and Loopy G and Chris just getting on the line there, and just as Twingo coming at finish. But yeah, Twingo's like, I might as well get this finished off a bit early as he comes to the last bit there. But yeah, really unlucky for Chris there, as he was pushing for the win there, but it's just all going wrong for him.
Yeah, shame for Chris that one, but there's a Jaguar going flying there, so a bit of American muscle hits it. But yeah, excellent win there from Roger the Dodger. He came under pressure from two very quick machines in the form of Alex CDL, who joins him now for a spot of donuts in front of the virtual American fans. Scuderia Sam doesn't take kindly to that, so decides to put them both on the roof. And yeah, Alex CDL is still doing some donuts for the fans. Excellent to see. But yeah, Roger the Dodger came under a lot of pressure and managed to stay ahead, so excellent driving from him. Scuderia Sam just picked up third. Probably didn't have the pace for that today, but he'll be happy with that. Same with Vgta too. He'll be very happy with fourth. Luke G, bit of a quiet race for him. I think he is having a bit of rest after all his knock-hill shenanigans. And yeah, championship standings now look like this. It's a 2-point advantage for Alex CDL over Scuderia Sam. Chris Doughty is close behind as well. Next up we go to Ruapuna Park. It's going to be very interesting. It's got a very tight and twisty section and a very long straight as well on the home straight, so interested to see what happens there. So from Alex and Ian and myself, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.